All right, all right, all right. I think we're streaming. I'm hoping we're streaming. So it's going to take me a little while to roll into it and have an understanding of what's actually happening. It's telling me that we're doing it. All right. So I guess I was about to say get in touch with me if I'm not streaming, but I guess that doesn't really make sense, does it? I think I used to be able to see the health of this thing. Got my chat up. You know what? I'm going to hop over here. Just take another look. See if anything's streaming live. Oh yeah, we're streaming live. All right, so we're going to assume that we are streaming live. I don't have any chats, but I'm just going to get the party started. And I'm recording. I think I got another way of taking a look at it. There we go, YouTube. Yeah, baby. There it is, there it is, there it is. All right, cool. We are back. All right, here's my mouse. Okay, so you know what? To get the day started, I'm going to take... Let's take a quick look at some setups before the market gets going, or what the market looks like before it gets going. So here's my daily, and we had talked about this last month. This is the daily on the SPX. That's what I'm looking at. And we had these trading ranges that I had put in. And when we came down here, I started talking about how interesting it was going to be about how the market reacts here. And you could see that it held this range right here and ended up starting that rebound. And you know, the break here was the question. Are we putting in a new low, and are we heading down to that 3,300 mark? And so we were watching the behavior there, and then we allowed our bias to be bullish once we hit this point, because when we hit a major support area, then it's going to turn around. There's a possibility for a turnaround. So we started looking for. Let's get rid of this line so we could look at that clearer. We started looking for evidence of a reversal, a trend reversal. And we kind of see it right here, where it goes up, puts in a higher high, the momentum is moving, and then we got a couple of hammers. So really my entry was the break of this hammer. I got a little spooked. My support was down below, not a hammer, but this doji. And then it never triggered my support. Look at that. My stop was down below this doji. It never triggered the stop. I remained in the trade with the risk. I went and retested, and I really thought that was it. I was getting taken out right there. We retested this line, and then we had the break. And because of the nature of the market, it was good to take a few off. I got a few off. The next test was the break of this high, and that was my single unit runner. And a break of that high did not happen. So it turned around and knocked me out, and it knocked me out at a break even. So I made money on 2 units. Then we have that hammer again off of this stop, and the entry was right here, which I missed because it didn't happen the next day. So I put my entry here, which we opened up here, then turned around, didn't happen. So my entry again came here, but I still held this this high. and away we went, and money was made on the trades there. So we then talked about, I'm just bringing you up to date where we're at right here. We then talked about the trend reversal on the weekly, and I was looking for a head and shoulders pattern on this right here, but that didn't transpire. How's my mic? My mic looks good. That didn't transpire. So in watching that, the next move, one second, test. So because we didn't develop that head and shoulders, which is a real good pattern, I'm expecting now a trend reversal pattern, right? So we have the momentum moving up. We have this low. We're looking for a higher low. And because of the sensationalism out there, everybody, oh, woe is me, and the market's falling apart and the whole 9 yards. Nah, I don't see it as the case. Market's not falling apart. Economy's not falling apart. Technically, we're looking for a trend reversal indication. We need to make a low. So right now, I'm saying that 40.22 is the right move. 40.22 should be the low we're looking to make, and today would be a good day. So there may be an overshoot. I'd like to see a hammer today, a hammer with making that lower low, and then I think we're going to retest this high. And then we'll see. Maybe we'll put in a double top and then come further down. But I'm hoping that this is going to change the trend of the weekly. If we put in that higher low and then pop to a higher high, it's going to change the trend. And then I think we're going to be in an area of volatility. So if you look at these lines right here, these are my proposed bottoms. So here's my 33 bottom that I was thinking might happen, and here is the 36 bottom that did happen. So the 36 bottom being broken up, this is the midsection of the channel between the high and the low. And I think this winter we should be trading between these. And if that's the case and we have the volatility and we could get a channel, man, we're going to make a lot of money. We are going to make a lot of money. So that's what I'm watching here. Here's the gap. Well, no, I don't see it there. There's a 77. There should be like a 22, 42, 22 gap. It's probably on a lower time frame. But it coincides. Oh, no, that was my call on the 22. It's the trend line that I put in. And I'm saying that's about 22. So I'm thinking maybe an overshoot with a tail. And I'm hoping to see, that's pretty big though. That's like, from here, 60 points, 80 points. I just heard that there's some difficulties down at New York, but I don't know if it's the news company specific, or if it's a technical. So anyway, I'm looking for this. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking for a hammer today. I'd like to see a hammer today. So we'll see what the day holds. So looking at the futures, which I don't have on this screen that we're looking at right now, watching the futures, it kind of looks like we're getting a follow-through on the sell-off, but it doesn't look like a panic at the open of the market, which is a good indication. I like what I'm seeing. Additionally, also consider that, oh, I see. Hey, good morning, producer. Hey, Mr. Williams, how are you? Yeah, I'm just getting down. I'm just using some different software and getting a handle on how to get in or getting it up. So I'm getting a handle and getting it up. So yeah, this is it. We're here. It was stuck in limbo on the stream, but show still waiting for hose. Well, the hose are here, baby. Had to close and reopen to hear you. Yeah. You know what? I'm using a different software. I'm not streaming through YouTube's software. I'm using something a little more advantageous, so that I could make recordings too, for my pre-market and then my trading. So yeah, I'm just getting a little fancier, and I guess these are the growing pains, man. But hopefully you guys caught my pre-market meeting. Good morning. Future holding the 4,675 lows from the night. Was that the lows? I'm going to take a peek right now. The screen I'm on isn't showing my futures screen, and I mean this is going to all evolve. I got a low. I'm looking at the S&P, 829. I got a low of 40.26. What are you looking at? Wait. Bank 829, 814. Oh yeah, there we be, baby. There we be. I got 40.18. Oh, and it was lower. Look at that son of a gun. 710. Wow, I guess you were up. Oh, there's a double bottom too at about 548 and 709. Yeah, man. It's a Quim FN. I'm just going to call you FM. ES contracts. Yeah, ES. I'm looking at the U22s. This other, this software doesn't have the continuous either. So, yep. It looks like it's holding. Yeah, I don't see any panic. I don't see any panic in the market, in the pre-market. Like I said, if you were listening to my pre-market wrap, I was up at about 9 o'clock, but it sounds like everybody wasn't in on the wrap. So I'm going to look at it again. And right here, I'm looking for 40.22, which is pretty much where we're going to open. So what I want to see is a hammer, and I'm thinking, I don't know, 22 to 80, 40 points. Yeah, you know what? We're down 30, 40. We might see a down 70, but I'm looking for a hammer, man, and leaving a gap. And I'm hoping that we put in this higher low, yeah. And I'm looking at the weeklies right here, right? So like I was saying, last month, I was watching to see if we developed an inverted head and shoulders right here. That didn't happen, and we pushed to the high. So now our next trend reversal indication will be a trend reversal. So here we have the Mac Daddy making a higher low over here. If this makes the higher low, that's a trend reversal pattern, obviously breaking the high, would take the weeklies out of that downtrend. And that's what I want to see. And I'm thinking that this 39.80, 39.60 is going to be the low. I mean, we could bounce off of this. I mean, we're already at the 22 tag. If we bounced off the 39.78, I'd rather see something a little more aggressive. I'd rather see us down at about 89 or so. 96, I'd like to see it, and then make that trend reversal. That would do me, man. And then if you see these red lines, I'm thinking if this bad boy is the low, 18 is the high, this broken green line is the mid in the channel, and we could spend the winter making some mad loot trading in between the high, the low, and the mid. So you know, this is what I'm watching to develop. I don't think we're going to see this 3,300 I was looking at. It's not impossible. If there's some form of debacle, then you know, we're looking at 35, 33, some financial debacle. But I'm feeling like this might be the low, but I'm not ready to commit. If I see the trend reversal, then I'm gonna look at this channel and say this is the run. So this dotted blue line here is basically the proper progression of the market. It's this one right here. And had we not had this ridiculous run up after the pandemic, this is probably the trajectory that the market would have followed. And I think that this period right now, it's just making that correction and it's coming back into that trajectory. And it's probably going to bounce off of that a few times this winter until this center line reaches the highs, and then I think we're going to start seeing a progression up to the highs. Mr. FN, 4,000 is a big psychological level. Bulls will defend. Just my opinion. No, I got to go with you, man. If it is a man, I can't see the image, or if you have your gender issues, which I don't want to participate in. Yeah, I believe that. I believe that. I think that's right where it's at. I think they're going to defend that 4,000. Well, they're also looking at that same pattern that I'm talking about, and that's what they want to see on the weekly. They want to see that higher low. So if they get busy around that 4,000, they're going to be able to influence that pattern, and away we go, baby. Away we go. So on the dailies, let's put a little fibby in there, and oh yeah, okay. So the technical issues on New York was just the news company specific. So here's the 89. Here's another argument. You know what I'm saying? So whenever you have indicators and supports that coincide, it's usually a pretty good target. So I had said I was looking at that 89 range, and that would be a 55% retracement off the lows. Oh no, I'm missing. Look at that. That fucked up. Move that down here. That's not moving. There we go. So yeah, it's relatively close. It's the 50% off the retracement. It's 39.82. So I got a gap also, or a consolidation area at 39.78. I'm looking at the 50% at 39.82. I mean, it's all making sense. So even that 39.48 is not a bad overshoot, and I think that will turn around. I'm thinking XPX bottoms around. Yeah, man. See, look at that. We're looking at the same fucking thing. You're hired, bro. You're hired. Now let's see how you trade on the short charts to get together today. So you're the type of guy I'd like to call in and just trade with live on the mic, and I think we're going to work something out like that. Like maybe get somebody to call in and trade with me. You know, we'll talk about what we're doing and what we're taking, and we'll bitch and moan and cry together, and it'll make for good fucking television. So yeah, we're just working that out. So keep coming back. We'll see if we could have some fun together. So what do we got? We got 10 minutes. All right. So hold on 1 second. I'm just going to run and turn the fan on. It's getting mighty hot in here, and the air is still. The air is still. So how are the birds in the background? You guys hearing those birds in the background? Are they chirping their ass off? Or because I have the mic on filter. Futures showing strong strength into the open. Yep. Well, they're definitely eating up some of that move down, and it wouldn't be. Well, I don't know if we're gonna revisit. Yeah, we may revisit the lows of the morning. Usually how it lays out. I have the filter on, so I think it's blocking the all the birds chirping. Yeah, they are. See, I can mess with the volume, and then you could hear them. I've got this barred owl. I hear him all night, and I've been hearing him all season, and I just can't find his ass. And one day, I was walking past the back deck. I was inside the house, and I see this beautiful, like tan and spotted wings swoop down. I didn't really catch the whole bird, but I saw the wings swoop down, and then I just saw talons and a chipmunk, and that was it. And I think that's that barred owl in there having its day. Having its day. So let's drop, that's the daily. Let's get ready to get into the trades. So just anybody who's new to the channel and checking me out, what I do is I usually trade 3 units, and I don't talk about contract size or anything. And I'm going to be trading the options today. I may roll over into futures down the road because I want to take advantage of oil and stuff like that. But I'm going to be trading the S&P 500 options today, and I do it in units of 3. So you could you could do 3 contracts broken up into units of 3, or you could do 2 contracts, 6 contracts broken up into units of 2, or 10 contracts, or 30 contracts broken up into units of 10. Now, I like to trade in size. And I don't really discuss the size because I don't want it to influence anybody's decisions. So, you need to trade what's appropriate for you, what your risk management is. You can't begrudge other people their money and what they're making. You need to do. It needs to be what's good for you in your world. So we're just going to talk in terms of units. But today is going to be very light, man. It could be a choppy market. We have non-farm payroll at the end of the month, and traders are out consistently and on vacation. So we don't. I lost my chat. There's my chat. I don't want to take too much risk today. I'm going to be conservative. I'm going to let the market do what it's got to do. I'm not confident that we're going to have very strong runs. And I think, like last week, very choppy week last week. So that's it. So again, I'm going to go light volume. I'm just mentioning that because I'm recommending everybody just be conservative today. I mean, you make a few bucks, that's cool. Don't worry about what you could have made. Worry about what you did make. And so that's how I'm going to look at it. So we're looking at the S&P 500 right now. We have the small charts. I'm going to drop my corner chart down into 30 seconds, and I'm going to watch what happens right here. I think I'm going to let the first bar. I hate really taking that trade with options because the spreads are so huge, until things kind of fade out. You know what I mean? And they start filling those orders those limit orders that are already out on the books, and then the spreads narrow. But if I see it some strong momentum and I feel like it can compensate for the spread, then I'm going to take advantage of that. Yeah, we're down 29 right now on the futures. The spreads are also very wide on the options because it's light volume. I mean, there's just a lot of people out. This is historically the 2 weeks that people just get out of the office and head out to the Hamptons, spend time with their family before the party starts in September. After Labor Day, they come back. The New York schools get going. Actually, I think the schools get going this week, and then they get Labor Day off, which is pretty ridiculous. My daughter, who's in the city, in New York, had told me that. She actually just went back to the city to hang out with her friends. They had a party, birthday party. She's a high school kitty. My other daughter's still chilling up here in the mountains with me. My wife is in the city. I'm all over the place. But everybody was up this weekend, which was cool. It was kind of a surprise. Next weekend, I believe everybody's heading up for Labor Day weekend. And we'll do our thing. It looks like it's going to be a nice weekend next weekend. What do we got? We got 2 minutes. 2 minutes, baby. So I'm going to probably just stream for the morning and then split in the afternoon. Looks like it's going to be a nice day out, too. So, hey, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. We have that Patreon account going on. Tip your host, baby. It goes a long way. It helps me build the channel. It keeps us going. If we make money together, share the wealth. Share the wealth. So this is good. I'm trying not to look at how many streamers are there. You know, all I need is an audience of one and a happy camper. I got Mr. Williams with me, who's been hanging with me for over a year already. Hopefully I'm of some value to you, Tom. But I'm going to set it up too. I'm thinking, actually, I don't want to talk through my ass. I'll tell you when I have everything together. But I think I got some good improvements coming to this channel. Share the wealth, man. Tweet me out if you like what we did. What are we looking at here? You know what? I got to set these bad boys up here. I get some vertical trades. Yeah, we're going to set up some elite programs where people could get hands-on with me and take advantage of the 20-some-odd years I have in the market. There we go, baby. All right. So here we go. Where we go? Come on. Open up. Yo. Little delay. There it is. Okay. Good morning. All right. So I'm watching that first bar. I'm going to see if I can get a retrace. I might go short on that first bar. See, that's the 22 area I was looking for. I might take that breakout. I'm just going to hold a tight stop because it could jump back in my face. We're looking at that 2160. See, it's setting up a nice bear flag. But I'm trying to figure out which way it wants to go. So those futures put in a crazy tail. Boom. All right, so now we got that bear flag set up. And there we go. We're just pushing to the upside. I haven't made a move yet. We break the high of that 30-minute bar, or the high of today so far, I think we're looking at a 40.64 move. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. Any of you guys trading futures, I mean, the pattern's the same. It's the numbers are going to be a little different. So we're watching that 30-minute for that bear flag. It's hard to play that Mac Daddy because it drops down so much, and now it's just neutralizing. So this is a trigger of the flag. I'm not going to take that. I'm going to take the break of the low. For the 2 points, I'm not that confident. See, so you don't want to see that, man. You don't want to see that flag trigger and then get this turnaround. It may still push down, but it's going to be a little choppy because it's the open. So, like I said, everything I do today is going to be considerably conservative, especially at the open. There's so many variables that I'm thinking about at the open. See, that's Okay, it didn't break it. That's not how you want to see a flag trigger and behave. See right there. I mean, okay, we're only in the market a minute, but or two, but or three, but it's already telling me choppy, right? Because I had a nice looking bear flag. It triggered, and then it started pushing back up. And look at that. Now it's just rolling out on the 30. So you know what? I'm going to start watching the 1 minute and trade that. All right, so we got a flag on the 1 minute too that didn't even trigger yet, and that might be the baby. But I'm looking at bottoming tails right here, and this is just telling me that there's some strength. And you know what? I mean, we had 1,000 points down. I mean, you know, who missed the sell-off Friday? So I don't know how aggressive that sell-off is. I'm looking at that break of the high on the 1 minute. $34.58. That's what we're looking for, and we're going. I'm looking at August 30 calls, by the way, or August 30 options, depending on which way I'm going. I mean, I'm not going to be in it that long, so no reason why I have to pay so much premium. And I like to do the 50 deltas if you're new to me. And there we go, baby. There we go. All right, so your stop goes down here at 21. That's a whole lot of risk. But we're not playing a lot. I'm going to take one off at the EMA, the fast-moving line, which is that dotted line. Nah, come on, don't fucking come back. I'm looking at the composite. The composite's still moving strong. The Russell's moving strong. I'm sticking with this trade. Nothing goes straight up. We know that. Nah, we're at a break even now. What a drag. That's all right. That's all right. We'll let it go. There we go. Yeah, the composite's still pushing up. That's positive. Come on, get up there. Yeah, it looks like the composite's trying to close that gap. Come on. All right, I'm taking one off right here. 1 unit. I'm taking 1 unit off. I've got 2 units running. I'm moving my stop. I'm reducing my risk by half. So I'm getting myself like right under here. Halfway mark. So I'm going to say this fast average, that 43.94. So I'm looking for that 43.94 right now. Come on, you dirty bastard. I got one off. I'm risking half. I'm going to squeeze my stop a little bit. I got my stop at that 32.15. So I'm risking $100. I made a deuce on the first piece. So worst case scenario in this trade, I'll walk away with $100. Yeah, Nasdaq looks strong, man, and if the Nasdaq's moving, it's going to drag the S&P up. I'm starting to get extended on the 5 minute, but we just had a hammer break on the 5 minute. So I think I'm going to move my stop on my last two pieces. Nah, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to leave one up here and leave one at the low. I'll risk a little money on this. I think that we are going to close the gaps, although that's halfway on the fucking NASDAQ. And we got two off. I got one on. All right, so I guess that triggered. My anticipation of the price was a little off. But I guess that worked in my favor. I think. All right, I got one on. I'm out at 33.19. 33.14. If we see that. I'm still in it. Still got one on. Yep, it's came back into fair value. Kept me in. Still got one unit working. Go, baby, go. All right, so now we're touching the slow line of the 40.32. That was my target, but when I anticipated the option price, I guess I was a little too aggressive, and I got knocked out right up here. So on one unit, so that's cool. I made the profit. I mean, I should be taking my second unit off right about now, but I took it off a little early. I still grabbed about 300 on that second unit. So now I'm just going to leave this baby. I got my stop now down here on one unit, and I'm looking to see, I mean, halfway, right? We got to figure halfway is about 46. Maybe I could close this gap. I'll squeeze my stop a little bit. If we can get up to that 46, you know what? I'm just going to leave my stop at a break even if I see that 46 and see if I could close that gap. Looks like a double top on the 1 minute. Momentum's still good. 5 minute had that hammer trigger. This ball looks pretty good. Are we breaking out? Yeah, we're breaking the high, it looks like. So we're just going to stick with this trade. It's doing what we wanted to do. 40.24 holds on AS setup. Move back to 41.09 and possibly 41.79 if 41.09 breaks. That's very good targets. Lows are in. Boy, these are some bold statements. These are some bold statements. I'd rather just trade what the market's doing, not worry about what I expect it to do. Oh, yeah, we're retracing a little bit. We got to give back a little. Looks like composite closed half that gap. So this is where things get interesting. We got a reverse micro trend on the Dow. But I like the way the Russell looks. That reverse microtrend on the Dow is making me a little edgy. Oh, fuck. Looks like we're putting in a little bit of support right here. I'm just below that support. Time to move back up. Nasdaq futures want to pop big. Yeah, I don't know. That momentum's rolling around on the composite, bro, on the Nasdaq. Got a double top on the S&P. I think it's just going to do a little give back right now. I don't think we're going to fall apart. We could just go into a grind right here. Yeah, you know, a consolidation. So I'm still in it for 1 unit. A lot of pain. It's trying, it's trying. That momentum looks like it's rolling off a little bit. Yeah, and that 5 minute can't trigger that hammer. I don't think the run is right here. Looks like it's going to take me out. Well, I'm not going to sit in a trade all day. I mean, I'm just scalping over here. So, you know, I'll look for another opportunity to get into it. My bias is definitely on the bullish side at the moment. But, yeah, you know, I'm having a 5 minute hammer that's failing. And I see a reverse micro trend on the Dow. That looks like it just triggered. So I think we might float down a little bit. I'm out. That last move took me out. It might break the high and run without me. I'll keep an eye on it. So I got off my first unit at $200 per contract. I got off my second unit at $300 per contract. I got off, and then I got knocked out for like $100 a contract on the last piece. Where the hell's my mouse? Oh, that was confusing as hell. So we'll just wait, look for another setup. Yeah, you know, we have a good resistance right here. What time do we have? We got 9:46. So I'm thinking, so here's my 5 minute chart. I know I got a lot of lines. I'm thinking this is my opening range low right here. So I'm putting that bad boy in. I don't think we're going much lower than that on the 15. We'll wait for the next 13 minutes. We'll put in our high. Hopefully this isn't the range. This will be a sad ass range. 42 point opening range. Let's see what would look like. Yeah, we're way oversold too on the 60s and 30s, so we could be looking at even the daily is slightly oversold. Looks like we're at the 50 EMA, or the 50 EMA is 407. We might test that. Hmm. Oh, that's interesting. Gonna keep that bitch up. Might as well have it here. Oh. We can do an all-in-one thing, huh? All right, Mr. FN. I'm having a good time with you. I appreciate you hanging out with us today. See, that 5 minutes looking toppy. We had that hammer trigger. So, and then it, put in the two topping tails. Kind of looked like it failed a little bit. So, yeah, I don't like to see that because, a hammer is a pretty nice bar setup. And over here, you could see how the bar is red. It was considerably oversold, and then went back into fair value after making that move. So, kind of made another move for, or made it available to move down. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to watch and see how we test this bottom. Hopefully, we get oversold again when we test that bottom. But if you look at this 5 minute momentum, it's looking pretty negative at this point. So, yeah, the party might be over for the day. And I mean, I understand where you're coming from. FN. Or maybe we'll just call you Zerom. That's a better name. Or Z. Let's go with Z. That's easy to say. But you know what? There's no volume in the market. Because there's really nobody around. So it's going to be hard for a lot of these obvious setups that we're seeing to just keep running. But I can't bitch. I mean, we went light today because I'm anticipating a lot of chop on the setups. But, we're already paid for the morning. Not bad for 20 minutes worth of work. Oh, there it goes. It's making a move. So, I'm watching that resistance. It's just that 5 minutes is not feeling all that bullish. The oil stocks are doing pretty well. I'm looking at ExxonMobil. That bad boy's up $2 today. What's oil doing? Yeah, oil's pushing up too. I think we were bullish today for oil. Oil's up $2. Yeah, and well, we got a whole day left, but the S&P looks like it's putting in. Well, I'm not even going to say that, but right now I like what the daily bar looks like. If we close right around here today, I'm going to feel real good about a bullish move. Yeah, that is interesting. Dink, dink, dink. Bink, 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 bink. What are we looking at? The Dow made a bottom, and that reverse microtrend triggered, made a bottom, found support. And the composite, it looks like we're just going into a consolidation right now. So, I mean, I'm not sitting in anything. That's cool. I'm just going to watch it and see if anything sets up. What do you think? Oh, Anthony, hey, what's kicking Dave? You get bored or something? What do you think of that sort of head and shoulders in the daily S&P? There's no such thing as a sort of head and shoulders. That's a head and shoulders. Think so. What happened here? So yeah, I'm calling that a head and shoulders. You can see I have the trend line there. There's the break. I took that break on Friday, and here we are. We made the move. Where's my... So we're looking at we're looking at roughly 39.23 target based on that. And again, that makes good sense to me. Here's the 50% retrace. This is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking we hit that 50% retrace. Based on what I'm familiar with the head and shoulders pattern, I'd say that's a pretty good target. But, that's a swing trade kind of thing today, or at least on this stream. I'm just watching scalping. So it looks like we're going into a consolidation. We're just grinding back and forth now. I'm getting a little edgy about taking it just based on how the markets are moving. So we're right here on that trend line. Looks like we're going to break it. Am I going to miss the trade? That's the question, because I'm just not feeling that. She fly up, huh? All right, I'm in for a little bit right now on the break of this trend line. That was pretty quick. I'm one off already. I've got my stop just below here. That was a quick 200 on the first contract. It looks like we might be building a bear flag. I'm going to move my stop to a break even. This thing looks kind of polar or parabolic. I'm going to take one off right here and see if we can build that bear flag. So I got two off. I got 200 and 150. 200 a contract and 150 a contract on the 2 units. And I'm just going to sit in one unit and see if I can get a bear flag out of this. And hey, Anth, like I was saying this morning, might be dumb question, but when futures contracts expire, how long does it take for funds to reach your account? It should be same day, right? And available next day. I think it's 2-day settlement. But, your broker might have other criteria, so you could talk to them about it. No such thing as a dumb question. You got here about 5 minutes ago. Well, hey, market opens at 9:30, son. I fired up at 9 o'clock, Anth. Here we go. ES 40 43 broke. Yeah, it did. Hit a few fast lines, turned around. Look, and it's all choppy. I'm out, by the way, on my third piece. At a break even. So on the first trade, you should have picked up. If you just traded 3 contracts, you would have picked up about $400. On this one, if you traded 3 contracts, you would have picked up $350. But again, like this is that was a sweet setup. That break of that line, there was a sweet setup this morning. The market pulls back. We're back in a choppy market, so I don't know that I'm going to do much more. I mean, there are better times to trade, and part of trading is knowing when not to trade. And you know what? I think we did very well today. We got very lucky. The pullbacks are just too much for me. That 5-minute chart, putting in another topping tail. We closed the gap halfway. So when you use margin, it's about instant. You have the availability. You could trade the same day. I don't know what your brokerage firm criteria is for withdrawals. And I mean, you always buy contracts with leverage. I don't know if they really term it a margin account. I think that's more for an equities account. Hey, Mr. Martinez, it's been some time. Let's all like the channel. Like the channel, baby. Yeah, yo. Shameless plug. Subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. And in the description, there's a Patreon account and things like that. So, quick donation. If you made some money with me this morning, share the wealth, baby. Share the wealth. Made $700. Throw me 10%. $70. Help me build this channel, bro. That way we get rid of the Matt Coles of the world that really give out some real bad advice. But have a good haircut. I think the dude's got viewers because he has a decent haircut. And he knows how to hype the fools. Rally the mob. But over here at this channel, we're about trading. And Mr. Z over there has got a pretty good handle on it. Except you're too focused on what you expect the market to do. Don't worry about what you expect the market to do. Just worry about what the market's doing. You know what I mean? I mean, if it's bullish, be bullish. Trade it bullish. Don't expect it. I mean, we took a break of some trend lines. I got involved. So what the market's doing right now is it's being choppy. It's being choppy. It's consolidating. This is the perfect arena for a trader to lose money. We got lucky. We made some money, but we had really obvious setups that traded back on us. There wasn't follow through. And that's because there's just not enough volume in the market. There aren't enough traders out there. So, I'm not going to hang in a trade with the anticipation of it's going to hit a number or hit a target. I took my trade. It came back. It knocked me out at my break even. Boom. That's it. The market's not doing what it should be doing. It's not doing what it should be doing. All right? So that's what we're going to trade, man. Don't I got a lot of young traders I talk to. Oh, it's going to do this. It's going to do that. Yeah, it may, but you can't really time when it's going to do that. So don't trade based on that. Or, I had one guy call me psycho trader. Everybody used to talk to me. PR Yeti, yo! What up, PR Yeti? So psycho trader. yeah, called me and yeah, the market's gonna rip and da or it was gonna tank actually. And he does income trades with me, but he uses them in a poor fashion, like a directional. And the market was in an uptrend, and he went and did a bearish spread, and the first day, and it was all party time, and he was telling me how much money he was going to make, and then the next day he was crying on the phone to me. And you guys have seen that shit with him for the past year. So, that's the problem with trading what you expect it to do. And you could be right on your expectation. It's just the manner in which it's going to get there, and it may not be what your game plan was. So we do what the market's doing. Amazon's trading the same way. It's just grinding out. Apple's really gone nowhere for the day. That's all right, man. I'll take this. Go nowhere. Daily, minute. Go nowhere. I'm with you. I'm actually taking a look at what I'm going to do. Yeah, toss, man. Ha. I have Thinkorswim platform, but I guess you don't. I'm looking to shorting today's hood. Oh, is that Robinhood? What's toss? Have you ever checked out the Shadow Trader chat room? I have not. I'm not looking for trading advice. You know what I'm saying? Or analysis. I look to learn how to trade and learn about analysis. I'd rather do it through a book or something because there's no bias. As far as looking at other traders or analysts, that just fucks up my head. I have to. I made my money. You know what I mean? I have to trade what my instincts are telling me. Once I get somebody else involved in it, then it's just a nightmare for me. And you could second guess yourself, or maybe you think you second guess yourself because somebody had something to say. It's just, yeah, man, it's just no way to trade. I mean, really, if I thought they were a better trader than me, I would just hire their ass to manage my money. But I do it myself because not for the fun. I'll put it that way. I do it myself because I have confidence in myself. So, yeah, I don't really. I mean, I might look at somebody because there's hype around them, and just be like, "Yo, what's the hype?" Get a few chuckles out of that. 4,100. Nah, I'm not liking that, man. I'm not liking that at all. I'm gonna have to stay conservative. That's just way too much. Where could I get a book? Poof! September to remember. Did I just do an 8? Yeah, I did. All right, cool. I'm sorry, folks. I'm just doing a couple of income trades right now. And I'm going to set up something where I start sharing that information with you. Oh, those are puts. Yeah, sorry. I know it's dead air, and that's a bad thing. It's just yeah, streaming and trading, and yeah, I'm very particular about keeping my logs. So yeah, when I do execute trades, I like to I like to journal them right away. What's today's date? So that's where some of the silence comes in. So that's an important thing too. You shouldn't be just trading and not journaling your trades. So it's very important that everybody keep good records. You can go back. You can figure out what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. Run this thing like a business. Oh, look at that! Got better prices than I even thought. We got 260. All right, I'm feeling good. Look at that. I feel good. I got the stream going, man. I am a happy camper. Made a few bucks today. It looks like we're going into the grind, though, like we're range bound. Actually, I'm not looking at the screen right now. I'm still journaling my trades. I put in my thoughts, what I was thinking, what was happening. I even add that yeah, I'm talking to you guys. I'm streaming. This way, when I look at the trade, I'm like, what the fuck was going on? What happened? Why did I behave like that? I have some good records, and I could think about it. Because a lot of this is psychological. And which is interesting because new traders don't really feel that so much. But once you get beat up a little bit, or markets go against you, or trades go against you, then you really have to learn how to manage your psyche. And that's a very interesting endeavor. Did this fucking thing get off yet? Can I curse? Is that gonna... Yeah, come on, man, get off. Why are these guys having such a hard time? Yo, I don't like the look of that 1 minute. All right, you know what? So I think I'm going to turn around. And what was I looking at here? I was looking at 35.50.
Order filled.
Oh, did everything go off? Oh, yeah. Alrighty, Dave. All right, I'm having a good time all by myself. I guess I'm just playing with myself over here and having a ball. So let's get that. What are we looking at? Yeah, we're still oversold. I think we're going to end up closing this gap up a little bit. And I'm up in the 42s. I like that. Let's get this chat up. That's not the chat. See what people are talking about. He's distracted. I've kept a journal so far. I feel like it's just random information. All right, you'll refine it. Well, first of all, do the entered here, entered there, what your setup was. Like I trade particular setups, like the trend reversals and resistance breaks and consolidation breaks and shit like that. So I label which ones I trade, and then I could look back, and some setups work better for me than others. And I mean, there are tons of setups that I've excluded from my repertoire because they just, the return wasn't worth it. Yeah, and they don't even necessarily have to be losers. I mean, they could be winning setups over the long run, but the return and the probabilities just aren't working out for me. Yet, there are certain setups that I trade beautifully, and those are the ones I focus on. And I determined that by keeping records, like why I went in, what times I trade, and you guys know me. I mean, I usually trade between 9:30 and 12. I have other shit going on, so I use the afternoons to focus on that. Or if I'm on the boat, I'll just go and enjoy that. Oh, by the way, I'm probably gonna stay in the mountains for the winter and stream throughout this winter. Should be a good time to make some money, and I'm just going to focus that. I got some shit going on with the elders of my tribe, so I just want to be around. So anyway, that's going to be my focus. I want to work on this channel a little bit, see if I could figure out something where it's attractive and advantageous. So yeah, man, that's what we're going to do. We're going to do what we're going to do. Damn, I should have stopped that recording. On that trade. All right, we know there's trades in those two first ones. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work a little bit on the channel. We're gonna work a little bit on the trading, and it's gonna be about making money this winter. And then starting next summer, hopefully it'll be about being a hippie. There's a squirrel outside or something. Welcome, Spidey Cool. What is a Spidey Cool? The Spidey Cool. Oh, first time here. Why can't I scroll that down? There we go. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Where's Spidey Cool? First time here. Already like it. Cool. Like having you here, man. Any questions? No such thing as a dumb question. Dave, read us a journal entry so we can get a feel of what a real trader writes down. Yeah, all right. And then I'll go get my diary and spill that out to you. How about my social security number? You got an interest? No, I'm not going to do that. Read my journal. I just told you what's in it. You got to write what you write. I focus on my trade setups. And, I'll talk about my head. I'll even talk about if I got a good night's sleep. If I'm sick, I don't trade. You know that. You got to be sharp. Oh, look at that. It looks like it's going in for a break on the... Yeah. I don't really like the momentum, man. What are we looking at over here? I'm looking at the ES on the minute, right? Let's consolidate this a little bit. So... Yeah, I guess that blew up. It looked like it was setting up a head and shoulders, but now it's testing that high again. Composite's looking pretty strong. It's got a lot of chop in it. I'm going to take it. Did I miss it, you fucker? Let's see if we pull back. Looks like it's trying to close that gap again. I'm watching this 1 minute. I'm going to take that flag on the 1 minute if it builds a flag right here. See if I can't... how much we got? Yeah, we got about 10 points on the close. That fucker's not even giving me the flag. Look at that. It's just a grind, man. It should have run. It should have run. All right, I'm not going to touch it. It's just a fucking grind. It'll probably run, but I don't like the agita. Hey, no such things as accidents, baby. The universe brought you to me. No such thing as accidents. Everything has a purpose. You just got to sit back and see what the purpose is. What time we got, man? We could, oh, okay, we could close that actually. And we broke, it's 10 o'clock, yeah, baby. We broke the opening range. And we're fucking with it a little bit, right? So here's my 5-minute chart. I put in my low and my high for the first half hour, and then you could trade between that. And it's not a bad range, man. You're talking about 24 points. Even if we don't break this opening range and close the gap completely, you know, if we show a double top over here and we know we're going back down to the bottom, I mean, we got 25 points to fuck with. So I'll even go halfway. I'm being lazy. Oh, the pain. All right, so here's my opening range. Oh, look, we're setting up a bull flag right here. See, it's just too choppy for me, bro. And here's the 30. This is the center, and we'll watch it. It looks like we're going to close that gap, though. You're in the right place. Laws of attraction, I guess. That brought me to you. Yo, easy now. I'm an old man. I can't handle you young guys. 12 people, 4 likes. Come on, guys. Show the love. Yeah, baby. Show the love. Oh, that reminds me. Thanks, PR Yeti. Shameless plug. All right. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. There's some Patreon, so show some love, man, if you made some money with me. If you followed my trades, you would have picked up, if you just traded 3 units per trade, you should have picked up about 750 bucks. Not bad, 700 bucks, somewhere around there. So tip your host. And subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. That composite is looking a little toppy. So we're getting these pushes up, and then we get toppy. Let's see how this reacts if it comes down aggressively. So Again, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. I put out first thing in the morning a morning meeting video, so catch that, and you could just get what your bias should be for the day, and then we'll start streaming at 9 o'clock, and we'll just keep this program going for a little while, and see if we could have some fun. I mean, I'm having a good time. Z is adding some content, talking to us about the market, what he sees, which all pretty good calls so far, and my good old boys out there, like Yeti and Mr. Williams and Anthony and the producer and Gilbert. Gilbert, man, who named you Gilbert? You play the cello too? Who else is with us? The producer, Mr. Ant. Apex match it. So when you use margin, is it about instant? Hey, what's up? Apex match it. Apex match it. New guy. There's Mr. Williams. Oh, the Spidey Cool. Yeah, we forgot about him. You still with us, Mr. Spidey Cool? Make any money? Likes are free. Yes, Mr. Martinez. Thanks for putting that up there. Gilbert Martinez. Let me guess, you're South American? Latin American? Caribbean? Right? Could be a Puerto Rican. Oh, yeah, that's right. A lot of you guys are Puerto Ricans. I love me some Puerto Ricans. Arroz con pollos. Arroz con pollos. I'm a master at it. So we're making lots of topping tails, but we keep fighting in this channel. It looks like it wants to push up. Momentum seems like it's rolling around a little bit. I don't want to look at the red over here. What are we looking at? I like my daily. At 30-minute bar is a pretty strong bar. Looks like the 60-minute bar might put in a hammer. I think we're going to consolidate a little bit into the afternoon, and I would suspect that we get a move up to close all the gaps in the afternoon. This is what I suspect. And today is Monday. It's a trade day. It's an income day. And I'm looking bearish, baby. Long term. Even that momentum has some aggression down. And there's a reversion on the dailies. So I'm thinking this is going to be a bearish week. See, now I'm thinking that, but I'm certainly not going to trade based on that. I'm going to trade what the market's doing. Oh, look at that. I could roll into participants. That's cool. How do I free this, though? Oh, that's how I free this. Free me. Okay, I really don't have to see that, though. So I can go like that. Oh. Okay. And we're still overextended on the 30 to the downside. So that would lend credence to this market moving up. And just coming into a valued area. I mean, we're extremely overextended on the 60. And that 60 looks like it's putting in a hammer. We might see that 40.57 today, ladies and germs. I'm thinking the market's going to do this the rest of the week, just kind of grind around here, looking at what the non-farm payroll report is. And join me Friday. I'm going to fire it up early on Friday so that we could talk about the non-farm payroll report, and we could trade that together. That's a good trade. That's an easy layup, that trade on that non-farm. I mean, provided that it executes properly. It doesn't always execute, but when it does, it's pretty reliable. And I mean, that's what a setup is, right? You're looking for setups that you could find, you know, if you're correct 50% of the time and you hold a 2-to-1 ratio, you're going to make a lot of money. I mean, if you hold a 2-to-1 ratio on your risk reward and you're only right 33% of the time, you're going to be profitable. So, you know, this whole thing is not about gambling, chasing trades, or anything like that. It's probabilities, man. And if you're a student of statistics, you understand the probabilities, a little quantitative research, and you're looking good. A little quantitative analysis, and you can make money doing this. And you have to be disciplined about your rules. See, we're grinding our way up. There's no big expansion going on here. So, I mean, the 30-minute bar is making higher highs, higher lows. So I would say the 30-minute bar is looking to trend up. It looks like the momentum is rolling around to the positive. The dailies still look rather negative. The 60s haven't really rolled around. It looks like the 5-minute might be putting in a trend reversal. What time do we have? It's 10:30. So an intraday trend reversal I'm not really seeing. Although I am looking at a double top. $40.31. We'll just watch that for a break to the downside. I mean, I won't get terribly bullish for the day unless I see that. No, Anthony's digging what he's seeing. That 60-minute is moving from extremely oversold to moderately oversold. 30 minutes still staying moderately oversold. Just came into a new 30-minute bar, which the previous has a topping tail. So we're just going to watch that. There's nothing really going on right now that I'm looking to get involved with. The market's interesting. It kind of feels like this is algorithm trading. It just seems like it's holding a lot of indicators as parameters. And it would be logical to assume that because it's a holiday week for traders. So I would definitely argue that that this is an automated market right now. Today is the 26th. I did this is fucking ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm just journaling some shit right now. So you get a little dead air. Mm-mm-mm. Maybe I might start doing this later in the day after I'm off. This way we don't have dead air. And I don't lose the mood. Oh, that's not right. Short and to the point. Ow. Mm-mm-mm. I'm almost done. Now I'm just cleaning up my spreadsheet. So we've entered chop, really. Oh, just noticed that we're heading for the bottom. Let's start taking a look at that. See, I'm not dead convinced on the downside either. So, I'm just based on the movement here. I'm waiting for it to challenge the low, and I'll chill out and let it do that. It looks like the composite is kind of buckled, and it's trading off aggressively. The Russell is pulling back, but it still made a nice move up. But yeah, man, we're just going to grind around. When we break that opening range, you'll probably see a little bit of aggression because the computer trading or algorithms are still trading. But it's not going to feel the volume pickup that it's supposed to feel to maintain that momentum. The algorithm. So then they're going to start closing the trades, and that's why we're getting this choppiness. Unless there are a lot of stops down there, people get nervous, and the market turns around and takes that low. And just keeps taking us lower. So we're just going to have to watch. See, this is why I say that you don't trade on expectation or prediction of the market. You just trade what it's doing. And that's a hard lesson to learn. I mean, and a hard thing to keep out of your head because you don't have the ability to flop on a market, and I could be bearish and bullish all in one trade. Trip evoked. Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon, bro. You should have been up 5 o'clock listening to my pre-morning meeting, figuring out how you're going to make money. We already made money for the morning. We could just sit on our hands. Bullshit. There's a lot of good cliche that was written about attendance for the market, but that old cat, Kashgarian, no, that Cashin. I remember when I first came into the business, they had him on CNBC. He was a younger guy and funny as a motherfucker. But back then, you didn't have to be so politically correct. One day he was saying trading is like shaving. If you don't do it every day, you're a bum. And then he had some comments about the time. But I had read one writing about. See, now you can see we're coming. We're testing. We're testing the opening range right here, low. Looks like it's rejecting a little bit, and it's getting a little oversold. So I'm just feeling like, we're looking at a range-bound day today. So anyway, I read something about how if you're not at the market, at the open every day, how much opportunity you're losing. And they had some statistic. Actually, I'm going to see if I can find that, maybe share it with you guys. Because a lot of you young guys, I mean, like Anthony and everything, I hear, oh, I can't make money. Or, I lose money, or it goes back and forth. But this is a long game, and transactions trades are, I'm just trying to think of how to put it, but in the long run, they're profitable, right? So if you have a small sampling of a setup, it could look like a losing setup. But if you take a long sampling of the setup over the long run, it's a profitable setup, and you make money. And so you got to figure, when you're missing days in the market, or you're missing hours in the market, you don't have the odds stacking in your favor. You're actually working against yourself. So how do you know when's the right time to trade, or which of the trades for that day is going to make you the money? You don't know that. So if you're picking and choosing, you're losing. So I have my rules, I have my breakouts, and I have to take them all. And that's it. That's why it's a rule. You have to do it. So that's how you make money. I knew today was going to be a choppy day, but we had those morning breakouts. It's part of my trading program. So I executed those morning breakouts. The manner in which they traded, I really should have lost money. But I'd say that I took the trades, I did the right things, but I got lucky on the trades because today's a choppy day, and I made money for the day. But today's the perfect day to lose money. So I was up at 5:30. Wife left at 6:30. Called 10 minutes later saying she had a flat tire on the way to school. Spent from 8:30 to 9:30 trying to plug a giant hole in the sidewall of a tire. Well, first of all, you can't plug the sidewall. Number one. Number two, you sound like my kids. Doesn't fucking matter. Tell your wife to walk. Tell her to hitch. You're going to be a trader, be a trader. See, and I mean, you jest or you may laugh at that comment, but that's who I was. That's why I was able to build an investment bank, make a lot of money, because I was a dick. That's why Trump is successful, because he's a dick. You want to make money? Be a dick. You got to be a dick. Sorry, honey. Grab a wrench, take that fucking tire off, and put on a spare and go to work. I mean, if I had to accommodate all of my family's whims, then I wouldn't have succeeded. That's the bottom line. And I was labeled selfish and the whole nine yards. But, it wasn't a selfish thing. It was my duty. Whoops. I ran a company. I had a goal. And that was it. I did my duty. It's like being a good king. You don't want to kill everybody, but fuck it. Sometimes you got to kill everybody. It's your duty. So, yeah. So excuses die and the record stands. I mean, if you were truly judging yourself, if you did 3 contracts today, if you did, the unit of 3, 1 contract per unit, you would have made 400 on the first trade and 350 on the second trade. So that was a $750 day. If you were just trading small dollar values, Oh, and there she goes. She's tanking. She's tanking. She's tanking. Yay! So and then on the other end, I mean, I wasn't like a dick and left my family standing out because I had those disciplines and became a dick. I was able to pay somebody. My wife called me, my tire's flat. Well, yeah, I'd send somebody go get my wife and fix the tire. Or I mean, obviously she would have the AA card or the service, and she had a credit card, and like, all right, so get your fucking tire fixed. Go do what you got to do, and don't worry about the bill. I'll take care of the bill. All that comes from being a dick. So. Excuses, excuses, excuses. If I told my wife that I wouldn't have a wife anymore. Yeah, you say that, but you know what? First of all, explain to your wife that, this is my goal and nothing's getting in the way. And I promise you that you can participate in all of the rewards of achieving my goal. So that was the guy I was. But, my wife lives in a penthouse overlooking the Statue of Liberty. I don't have to live with her 24/7. I travel around the world, and she lives the life of a queen, and she has her own career, so it's not like she's a gold digger or anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, she understands. And I'm a weird guy, and she tolerates all my idiosyncrasies because, you know what? She got to stay home and raise her children, enjoy her family, enjoy herself. When the time was right, she got to focus on her career again, and she gets to do whatever the fuck she wants. She doesn't have to think about money, So she lives the life I earned, but she earned it too because she tolerated the fact that I was a dick. So I mean, that's what it is. Everything else is an excuse. I mean, the bottom line is that's all it's about. You want to get rich, you want to make money, that's all it's about. That's it. Doesn't matter. Basically, I practiced detachment, emotional detachment, when I first began my career. And my whole family thought I was out of my fucking mind, and they thought there were problems, or something was wrong, or I was on drugs, or I was elusive. And, I was detached from everything. I didn't want to know anything. This is all I wanted. I wanted the success. I wanted, productivity. I wanted the adventure. And that's all that mattered. And I'm actually, I'm in that mode right now. I've got that head right now, and I don't give a fuck whose feelings I hurt or what have you. I got some things I'm set out to do. I'm going to fucking get them done. Anything else is an excuse. Watch it turn around right at the 20 EMA. How could I watch that? What time period are you talking about? I got I got 5 or 6 time periods I'm watching. Yeah, I think I see a inverted head and shoulders building. I don't know how many more trades I'll be entering today. I think the afternoon is going to be a more definitive market, But I think I see an inverted head and shoulders building. And I'm looking at the 5-minute and the 1 minute. And going back to being a dick, I'm probably going to be a dick on this channel too. So hopefully everybody's got thick skin. But, I'm here to trade. You know what I mean? I'm here to do business. We've been at it for an hour and a half, and really the market's gone nowhere. We're a little bit below where we opened. If you look at a 30-minute chart, we're just kind of stacking bars. So choppy market, choppy market, choppy market. And I'm expecting that that's going to be the remainder of the week. But this is a good time for everybody to get familiar with me, my trading tactics, and understand the verbiage that I use. And because in September, I think we're going to have some great opportunity. I'm a weird guy, quote of the day. Yep. I guess that's a euphemism for I'm a dick. But I'm not always a dick. I could be very spiritual, but you got to shift gears. You got to get into the head of what it is you want to do. And that's it. This is what I want to do. And I'm lamenting that I'm not hopping on my boat. But I have a few things I want to get done this year. I got some family shit to take care of, so I know I'm going to be around. So I said, that's it. I'm going to go back into dick mode, get a few projects done, see what I could do about getting this channel productive. And that's it. This time next year, I'll be shipping back into hippie mode. Looking for that trade. Okay, so on the 5-minute, we got a flag. It's not really a great flag, but we're looking to break the opening range low, and that's a good breakout trade. I mean, my rules say I should take it, but the market's been so fucking bouncy that I don't know if I want to take it. Okay, but first, let me see some targets. I really like that. Nines. Okay, let me put this up on there so you see what I'm looking at. Some market goals. Get up there. How's my sound? Like, my mic is working nicely, right? It's filtering out all the birds, like the birds aren't distracting, because I get a lot of people commenting about that on my videos. I'm in that mode as well. My wife understands for sure. We are about saying and making money. Yeah, my Puerto Rican buddy. Yeah, I'm going to set up a program where I start tuning you guys up on the spreads, just so you got some steady income coming in. I know I've been saying that for a fucking year, but that's what this year is about. See, you can even see my language has changed. All right, so here we are. We're looking over here. Let's try to figure out. I mean, that 50% mark, that's a good target before Thursday. I don't know. That's rather aggressive for the day, right? So what are we talking about? 20? We're talking about 40 points from here, and we're already down 32. After seeing that 140-point day, I mean, a 70-point day is not unheard of, not out of the question. I wonder what that day did to my average trading range, too. But so that's a good target. But to be so aggressive, I mean, I could see us grind down there over the next 3 days. That would be a good logical move. But, yeah, I'm thinking that's our target, man. At 379, 39.78. I mean, if we come down and hit that today, then I'd say by the end of the week, we're probably looking at 3,900. Yeah, the trading range is spiking up, too. Let's look at that graph. It's awesome, Dave, but the birds are nice. No birds. Sound is good. Oh, awesome. Okay, the sound is awesome. No birds. All right, cool. Should I focus some birds in? Because they're out there. Let's see if I make the adjustment on the mic. There they are. How are the birds now? Can you hear them? Oh, there we go. We're breaking the low, but it seems like it's oversold. I don't think I'm going to take part in this. It just seems too choppy for me. I mean, you guys could take this break right here of the 2160. There it is. I didn't take that break because, again, I said it's too choppy, but it broke the opening range low. And she's moving down. It's a little overextended on the 5-minute, but she's moving down. Can you hear the birds? I dampened the filter on the mic a little bit. I'm getting a headache. All the world loves Marianne. Be the dick. I also used to figure that in every situation, somebody is a dick. So I figured it might as well be me if somebody's going to be a dick. How we doing? She's pushing down. It's grinding down. Might have been a nice trade. S&P, there's just not a lot of momentum on it. The Dow is pushing down, but I need to see that S&P pick up for this trade to really have any value. And it looks like, well, the S&P's just holding, man. Well, that turns around really quick. Interesting. Oh, there it goes. There was a bear flag on the 1 minute NASDAQ, and the NASDAQ's pushing down, and it's bringing us down a little bit on this trade. I didn't take this, but this is a good trade. And if we can get to that 1760 mark, I would recommend you took one off right there. At least you put $200 in the bank. Back to 4015, we have tested it 3 times on the 5 minute. What? Not today. I mean, we could be revisiting the overnight lows of the futures, which were pretty aggressive. Yeah, I hear some guys looking at the market, kind of calling that the rallies are failing, but I don't think the traders are in the market. Go ExxonMobil ripping. That's inflation fears. ExxonMobil ripping. I guess oil is probably pushing up. Yeah, but it's off its highs. It actually looks like it's putting in a topping pattern oil. So I think going into the close of the week, we're going to start moving up. Oh, overnight we hit those lows, yeah. Oh, so you're looking at futures, good. Yeah, we're overextended right now again on the market. On the 60-minute and the 30-minute. Actually, the daily is getting overextended. But I think we're making a move for that 50 EMA. That's 4,000 on the market. 4,003 right now. Yeah, I'm sorry I'm quiet. I'm just doing some work. Jay Powell said there's going to be pain ahead. He used those words. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, define that. What is pain ahead? There's pain right now. Yeah, people are suffering. There's going to be layoffs. There's going to be layoffs as a result of what he already did. So he really didn't say anything that any economist isn't already thinking, or investor. Additionally, we know that he doesn't want everybody to get enthusiastic about what's going on, because what's happening is the indicators are coming in showing that there has been an effect to what Powell has been doing. And if everybody gets euphoric right now, it's just going to counter that effect and create some market wealth, which would influence inflation. So, he's just calming everybody down. We had a really nice rally off of the summer lows, and he doesn't want it to get too out of hand, just because he doesn't want that wealth coming into the market. And if you consider that Biden's going to whack out a shitload of loans, that's a lot of spending power being freed up. So I'm sure that's in the back of his head. So he's trying to take a little euphoria out of the economy just to keep everybody sane. And look, a recession doesn't necessarily mean that there's a lot of pain. It just means shit slowed down a little bit. It's not as good as the previous quarter. So yeah, he's trying to take advantage of fear. Yeah, and it's been a lot of work for him to get the economy to slow down a little bit. So he doesn't want that fucked up. Don't worry about it. You ask me, long-term investing, any dips from here on in are buying opportunities. We're bringing manufacturing back to our shores. We're laying off now, and people are getting laid off, but we're going to bring manufacturing back to our shores. Just when we need it, there's going to be job opportunities opening up. There's still money being made, and people are spending money. You're going to have a little slowdown in spending because home prices aren't rising, and that creates disposable income for the average individual. And you got to remember that the majority of there are more people who own homes than are in the stock market. So the movement of the stock market and the wealth created by the stock market is a lot less per capita than the wealth created by real estate. So this small destruction in the appreciation of real estate is going to keep people from spending a little bit. And that's going to be good and healthy. It's not going to make the market fall apart, the real estate market. It's just going to, tighten up, ease up, and have the effects that everybody's looking for. So we're on the right path, man. We're on the right path. And I have a lot of confidence in Powell. I like what he's done so far. And I'm looking at this 1 minute chart. I want to see if it tests this trend line. I don't think I'm going to take the trade because, we've been at it for an hour and a half, and we've really gone nowhere in the market. It's just a grinding, choppy market. It's just not the place for me to trade. We just broke that trend line. Now I'm watching to see if it makes an inverted head and shoulders on the 1 minute. So it shouldn't rise above the 40-30. So yeah, we're on our way, man. Don't get caught up in the fear. Take advantage of the fear whenever there are some sensationalism news articles and shit like that. That's a good place to start investing in the companies you like. Those are proprietary or indicators that I created, and so. But I mean, people look at RSIs and call them oversold, overbought. But the manner in which the RSIs work is really a momentum mover. So when I say it's oversold, overbought, it's based on a formula that I created and an indicator that a programmer created for me based on my parameters. And it's proven fairly accurate. I've been using it for like maybe 3 or 4 years now. So right now, yeah, we're overextended on the 60 and the 30 and the daily. Yeah, look, we on that 1 minute chart we bounced off of that trend line. Could still be a it could still be an inverted head and shoulders. Oh, I'm trying to delete that. I'm hitting the wrong keyboard. Looks like the composite might be putting in a bottoming pattern. I don't see any rips anywhere today. Damn, it's hot. I don't know how many other Fed heads there are, but whatever the number is, 4 out of 5, something wanted a full point increase in the rate limit, not a 0.75. Yeah, you know what? I don't think he needs to rush it like that and slam it like that. I think he's right on track. And yeah, a quarter percentage point is going to make a difference. I mean, yeah, all it will do is shorten the amount of time that he'll be lowering interest rates, because we're going to get the same rate anyway, which I think they're talking about like 3.75 or something like that. So he probably has another basis point to go before he's going to have to slow down a little bit. And yeah, 75 at a clip, that's fine. He did fine. I mean, initially he was looking at 50 and upped it to 75. And look, I mean, the bottom line is it's easy to Monday night quarterback. Everybody's going to come out like they all said. He missed it. He waited too long. Based on the circumstances at the time, I think he made a good decision. Everybody. I mean, you could say something, all the time, and then eventually it's right. So somebody just took a shot and said it's not transitory. Inflation's not transitory. But they really couldn't substantiate that because these were unusual circumstances that created inflation. And with a more effective president, honestly, if Trump was in office, we wouldn't have these supply demand issues, because the guy gets in the middle of everybody's business and doesn't leave it to chance. He gets something done. I mean, he used to hammer the Fed to keep the interest rates down. He'd hammer the oil industry to keep oil down. He would have gone and figured out why the fuck we can't move inventory or do something about it. I mean, yo, mobilize the National Reserve in their trucks to start moving supply. Yeah, this is a matter of national interest. It's not a capitalist thing. It's a matter of national interest. And if the companies were holding back from shipping to increase their profit margins, which a lot of that shit went on, then, it's not in the best interest of the company. And he's a scumbag, so he knows the games. I mean, he's a street guy, so he would have been right in the mix. Biden, I mean, this fucking guy doesn't do anything. He doesn't understand what this country is. But this country is one big capitalist machine, and that's where the priorities got to be. Biden's busy wiping the ass of every minority that's crying about their circumstance, and it's fucking ridiculous. Life is hard. That's the reality of it. Life is hard. Get used to it. Once you get comfortable with that, everything falls into place. And I don't believe in judging on the basis of skin, hiring on the basis of skin, nationality, religion, or anything like that. I mean, I don't support any of that shit, and I don't support hiring on the basis of skin to counter that move. I mean, that's fucking ridiculous. I mean, how many empty suits are out there now in executive positions? And when you walk in and you see a minority in behind the desk, you're like, oh God, like, am I dealing with a talented individual or am I dealing with an empty suit? And unfortunately, 9 out of 10 times, it's an empty suit. I mean, there's lots of talented individuals out there, but 9 out of 10 times, it's an empty suit because the hiring criteria was diminished. See, now I'm ranting. So buttons. So anyway, that's what the Democrats are all about. They don't have it. They don't understand what the fucking country's about. And this everybody gets an award shit's got to end. So anyway, back to Powell. I should have left a trail of breadcrumbs to get back to my point. So Powell made the right choices. So you get all these prima donnas out there. I said this. Everybody has a fucking opinion. But you know what? You didn't do what you had to do. This guy had a plan. He stuck to his plan. I would have went the same way. I would have said, hey, a lot of these circumstances are superficial. And I'm not going to take a traditional role or plan on inflation until I have a good understanding. And it was unavoidable. I think if he started raising interest rates, the interest rates would just be higher right now. But I don't think the economy would be any different than it is. You're going to have to see the effect. There's going to be lag effect, and you're going to have that confidence in it. And then you got Putin out there with the oil, and maybe he could have shaved a few months off of the length of time that we bottomed out in the market. But I'm sure we would have hit the same bottom because the bottom is a very technical bottom. I mean, if we didn't have, if inflation wasn't the catalyst, that's still a good bottom. But for every technical, you need a catalyst to make it happen. Dave just run for president already. Well, I had a colorful past. And the prima donna Democrats would not accept that. Republicans don't mind criminals, but the fucking Democrats, you don't have a perfect resume, they're not going to fucking hire you. They don't realize that people are real, and or they're just good liars, really, because I mean, once you start digging into their past, they're like, you find a lot of disgusting individuals in politics. I agree. They should hire the best person for the job. There must be a lag on this. Yeah, man, the best person for the job. Yo, you know what? That's how I built my business. I mean, back in 97, I mean, there was affirmative action and shit, but it wasn't so aggressive. And a lot of these companies, a lot of Wall Street were like, Protestant white, And even as an Italian dude, I mean, I ran into some issues there. But, I loved it because, you know what? That's what they look to hire. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you have blue eyes. Oh, you have, blonde hair. You don't have any color in your skin. Pale complexion. Even next to me, those motherfuckers look like they were lucite. And that's how they hired. So, there was a lot of amazing talent out there on the street that was affordable for me as a new business. And, I mean, really, the success of my company was because of the guys and ladies that I hired and helped me run it, and everybody been smart enough to see through nationality and color, I probably couldn't have afforded half the talent that I had, executive wise. I built my brokers and my traders. I just got lots of people who wanted to make money that had no experience, and I taught them how to do it. But as far as executives to run a company, I mean, I hired, and a lot of them were also entry level because they couldn't get experience, but they had maybe education or shit like that. Shit like that. A couple of people were on upcoming. One commented, "What is this going on here?" Oh, okay, that's for my kids' school. These are reminders that I have conferences tomorrow. I agree. Okay, there must be a delay on the chat, but we're going to do what we got to do to work that out too. So that yeah, it looks like there's a 5-minute delay. Oh, we're getting some information. Weird guy, weird guy. Weird guy, that's what I'm working for. I'm in that mode. No birds. Awesome. I missed the birds. Overnight lows. Jay Powell said he's going in pain. On my current tick chart, we have not had anything close above the 0 line. On your current tick chart, you haven't had anything close above the 0 line. I don't know what the 0 line is on your tick chart. I'm thinking your tick chart is a price chart. So I don't know what the 0 would represent. How do you get these extended values? We did that. Don't know how many other Fed heads. Okay. Resistance, 40.29, I think. 40.29. Are you looking at futures or at the SPX? I'm watching this this trend line. Doesn't look like it's developing the head and shoulders, but I mean it's respecting that trend line. And the momentum's flat on the 1 minute. It looks like it's flattening out on the 5 minute. I mean, we're just rage bound now, man. I mean, maybe the second session is going to give us something to trade. Dave run for president. We did. There's the I agree. I should have shortened the height of day, the high of day like I planned, but I was getting into this rant and missed it. Just like I buy the best products from the best company or eat out at the best restaurants, I don't give a damn what skin color the owner of the businesses are. Yeah, it's absurd, you know. I mean, I travel all over the world, so I mean, I'm in Malaysian communities and or countries, or Caribbean countries. I mean, I'm going to be worried about what the skin is. I'm just worried about what the food is, man.
Yeah, I hear you. I mean, it's silly. Everybody will get past it eventually. I mean, you can see it in younger generations. A lot different than when I was a kid. Um, there's like a 3 or 4 minute delay, or maybe you're just ranting and not paying attention. Yeah, I think it's a compound of the two of them, man. Looks to me like we are in a new channel now. I mean, I don't know what chart you're looking at. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if you're looking at the daily chart, we're in the same old channel. If you're looking at a 5 minute chart, we're back inside the opening range. And, so where my cursor is, this is the high of the morning. This is the low of the morning of the first half hour. And we're just bouncing around in that range. It's just, I mean, just like last week, basically, we just stuck around the opening ranges all week. The only day we really moved out of that was on Friday, and Powell was the catalyst. And really, that was probably algorithms responding to negative comments, you know, superficial trading. But, I mean, yeah, that's it. So, yeah, if you guys remember, in June or July, we started talking about these trend lines that I put on the chart, and this is the normal trajectory if we didn't have that ridiculous run up after after COVID. And here it is. You can see it. Boom, bam, crazy, right? So here's the trajectory line that we're currently on right now. And this is what the market should have done without this ridiculous response. And I think it's just correcting itself, you know. And the interest rates are the catalyst for it. So this would have been the highs up here, and that's actually where we're dancing around right now. This is the average range right here. So I mean that's the risk really. Do we come down and test this area down here? And I don't think we're going to do it right off. But that's 36, 37, but it doesn't give us new lows. So I'd argue that the lows are in. It's just what are we going to maintain right now and what's our trajectory going to be going forward. I mean, I'm looking at a couple of gaps and 50% retracement marks, all right around the 39.78. And I'm kind of feeling like that's where we're going to be by the end of the week. I'm way behind in the chat. How, wow, gold had a nice run. Did it? What? Well, I'm looking at a daily chart, but silly guy. Yeah, the chats are always behind. They always have been. And it's not, my access or anything. I mean, there's no delay on this. It's just the chats are behind. And I don't know how I could Well, I do know how I could change that, which is something I'm working on right now. So we broke that trend line, and if you were watching it, that could have been a trade for you. Again, it's not something I want to take, but you're up 4 points. I mean, it's just not moving that aggressively, right? I mean, you're up 4 points in 4 minutes. Target might be that 37 mark, but again, it's just very choppy, very, very choppy. So right here, if you look at the 5-minute chart, we just popped back into the opening range. We're coming back up to the mid, which is 34. We'll probably challenge that if we didn't already. Yeah, 30 we got. So you'll probably see a challenge that 34. It might pull back. If it breaks that, it might go back up to the 40, 45. It's just a range-bound day. But I mean, everybody traded with me last summer. You guys probably remember these days. There's like not a breeze. And why the fuck am I not feeling that fan? Oh, I wish I would have decided to stay the winter at the beginning of the summer. What's going on here? I would have gotten some goats and shit. Maybe I'll grab some for the winter, fatten their ass up. Got some ducks coming. Since I'll be here. I love me some duck eggs. So now we're coming into lunchtime, so things should get really choppy. That's a nice move, though, on that break of that trend line. If you look at the 1-minute chart right here, it's a good grind. So they're figuring 75 basis points. There's about a 70% chance of 75 basis points in September, and that's because of the comments. Oh, look at that. Now it pulls back aggressively. Yeah, chop, 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 chop. See, that's why I didn't take that trade. I don't feel like dealing with that nonsense. I wanted to run. I want to get paid. Move on. Just reading some news, seeing what's going on out there. Yeah, people aren't really fearing the market either. Everybody's just kind of neutral, waiting for a better situation. Not a lot of fear out there. That's good. I was looking at a minute chart. Guess I should clarify what time frame I'm looking at when saying stuff. Yeah, I mean, yeah, if you're telling me to look at an indicator or a pattern, I mean, I don't know where you're looking. If you look at that daily chart and draw a line down from the previous all-time high, that last crazy run up went right to that line. Yeah, yeah, that's how it works. That's why they're trend lines. That's why the Fibonacci works. There's some symmetry in the market. And I mean, it's self-fulfilling prophecies, right? Because we're all looking at the same thing. The algorithms are programmed at the same thing, so we all react at the same points. It's nothing mystical about it. It's what everybody's looking at. So yeah, it's going to happen. That's why when you break a high, everybody's looking at it, and the market rips because everybody's looking at that high. People are jumping in, and that's what starts the trend. Nobody's moving markets. Everybody's just jumping on and taking advantage of what the market's doing. Could be an inverted head and shoulders on the composite right now. On the 1 minute charts. So we'll watch that, see if that could give it some energy. But everything again is just feeling very choppy, very very choppy. I'm wondering if there's something going on in the afternoon. But I'm happy to see that there wasn't an aggressive follow through from Friday's market. And I think that this was the proper range, this was the target, and that's why I pushed down so aggressively, because these were the targets. Had this been in September and traders were in the market, probably would have taken a couple of days for it to hit these levels. We wouldn't have had that aggressive 140 point sell-off. But that's cool because now it starts the margin calls, and in 2 or 3 days they'll start selling people out due to margin calls, and we'll have a little bit of a down day, and then it'll be over. Yes, it's over. If they still give them the 2 extra days. Watch that 30-minute chart. It keeps testing that low. Trade to the low of the day might be a good move. I mean, there's no trend in the day, right? If you look at the day, you have this low, there's the high, we have the same low. I mean, if it stays within this range, we're going to get a new high. I mean, a consolidating high. We just keep dipping outside the opening range. If we turn around and make another low, then we could call this a lower high, and then we established a downtrend on the 5-minute. Wow, I drank a half-gallon of water real quick. Oh boy, oh boy. Hey, while we're here, shameless plug, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. If we got anything going on, you guys made some money, donations are appreciated. We can keep building this channel with the support of you, the viewer. So spread the word. Also, there are links down in the description that you could use to participate. And I appreciate it all, man. Don't think I don't. Anything you guys feel I could do to improve the channel, I'm open, man. I'm open to suggestions. Anthony always has a lot of good ones for me. I appreciate that, Anthony. You have some good insight. I know you were calling for me to start the stream again, and I don't want to give you the kudos for it. It was just a decision. Actually, I made this decision overnight, last night or yesterday, while there were other events going on. But I was happy to do it because I know you wanted to work with me a little bit and try to refine your trading. And I'm going to make it more available. I'll be more accessible. So just stick with me a little bit. Keep your eye on what's going on the channel. I'll try to do it quickly so that we could take advantage of the winter months and maybe make everybody wealthy traders and help everybody be the dick. Is Psycho Trader still a psycho? Oh yeah, man. I heard from Psycho Trader like last week, all in the week. He took a trade that I told him was counter trend and a bad idea based on the trading tactics that I taught him, or the theories that he was using, and then so he was screaming that day about how much money he's making and the whole 9 yards. So I can't stand that as much as I can't stand the guy that cries. I mean, you don't sit there and celebrate every time you make money. I mean, that's the game. You make money, you lose money, you know. So so then the next day, the market went entirely against him, and all I was hearing was him crying. So really, I blocked his ass on the sell, and because I mean, I'm busy. I don't have time to do this shit, and it's the same shit over and over again. So I blocked him on my cell, which was unfortunate. But I'm going to free him up and get him active again because he makes for good radio. But I mean, I just, yeah, you know, I couldn't listen to it anymore, you know. But that, yeah, you know, that's Dave going back into dick mode. So you're going to see the difference, man. When you guys met me, or came to me, I was just, you know, doing the spiritual thing. Not that that's really changed, but I need to get something done, so I just have to be a little harder. Oh, that's nice. I'm sharpening my knife right now. Iron Lion, what up? The channel image. You mean the thumbnail with the chick? Yeah. You know what? It gets a lot of views, but I mean, they're superficial views. I mean, yeah, you know, I grab a few good guys out of that, but a lot of people just go there, see that chick's not on the on the channel, and then they split. But you know, yo, my theory is, come for the boobs, stay for the brains. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll look around. You know, again, I don't want to be like an entertainment channel. You know what I mean? I want to have value in my trading. So I'll look around. So well, yeah, you know, I guess I'll see what their format is and try to stay away from their trading philosophies and stuff. Or yeah, you know, what I find every time I look at it is they're just pumping shit. That's their opinion, and then they do the if you loved it at 100, if you liked it at 100, you got to love it at 50. You know, and I mean that was a scam back in the day to keep your client in the book and raise more money, you know, off the client. You know, I mean, and that's what I find that a lot of those channels are doing. No, that's funny. By the time your chat comes through running, it's turning around. Makes you look bad, Ant. But yeah, I saw it do the breakout. Well, yeah, you know, you saw that trend line. There was the breakout. It did the last kiss right here and then took off. But it's chopping back, you know. So I just keep an eye on that. It's just too choppy for me to participate. Yeah, not to the right one. Now. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. CNBC. Just so much sensationalism. I can't stand those guys. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm-mm. When I'm calling you. Iron Lion told me 2, LOL. Always some nice Eve candy. I don't understand, producer. Hmm. Yeah, it just came right back, man. But that could be, yeah, I wouldn't call it an inverted head and shoulders. Yeah, you could kind of call it an inverted head and shoulders on the 5-minute. Put this trend line in right up here. And just watch that for the move. See my point again, man. Just real choppy. Just way too choppy. Although we are grinding our way up a little bit. I guess we can call that an uptrend on the 1 minute. Look, isn't it interesting? Here's the trend line I put in here as a support. We broke that support. Now we went down. It becomes resistance. What on earth is going on here? All right. Yeah, I'm sure that a lot of people there are a certain amount of people that don't click because of the chick, and that's what I think everybody's talking about, the boobs image. But we do put serious thumbnails out also. But to tell you the truth, whenever we do put out a ridiculous thumbnail, we get a lot of clicks, but we always pull a couple of subscribers off of it because they watch the content and they like what they see and they end up staying. So, but occasionally we pull subscribers off of regular content. But every time we do that, we definitely our subscribers number for that video goes up. So I mean, it's just social convention, I guess. It's cheesy, but it works. So I mean, the views skyrocket, but the retention on or the visits skyrocket, but the retention on the views are nothing. Yeah, when I use that clickbait, it has no effect on that. People will hop on, see there's no broads, and then split. But that's all they're about, really. That's what they're looking for. But a couple of people are looking for trading and see a chick and come over and they look at the content. I mean, for me to pick the right keywords to get their attention doesn't work. But if they come and see what it's about and what I'm doing and listen to what I have to say, a lot of people want to hear what I have to say again. And I find that the morning videos really just people check in to get their bias and go about their trading, and that's kind of the feedback I get on that. So that's fine, man. Just come visit, get your bias for the day, and see what my opinion is, and go do your business, go do your trading. We'll see how many of those viewers, because a lot of today's viewers will go, check tonight and then see what I'm all about, and then tomorrow we'll see what the viewer count will be for us. And what effect it's having. How many people are joining in and deciding that they're going to stick with me and see what I'm about. So, yeah, so that's what it's all about. We'll see how it goes. Well, I just want to build viewers, get viewers on the subscription on the day trading. Open up the venue so I could interact a little better with everybody, and just kind of have a good time trading. See, all right, so like when I had my firm, I had a trading table. We had a bunch of heads sitting around the table doing the trading. It was a good time, man. Yet, we joked, we bullshitted, we made money. We did our trades, we bitched, we moaned. It was good. It was good. So that's what I want to do here. I want a venue where I can get a couple of traders every day and maybe trade with them, talk with them, have that airing, and and enjoy the trade. And I'm not talking about old pros. I don't want to start sitting there interviewing people and shit like that. I'm talking about guys who are on the trade. Feedback, position challenges at your company. Positioning challenges. So, I think it would make for a good stream. to have a few guys like, yeah, oh, yeah, I would love to trade with you, Anthony. Yeah, fight with you, argue with you. It sucks over the chat. So I want a venue where you and I could be on there. If you're actually trading, you know what I'm saying? If you're taking this shit seriously and you're actually trading, I'd like to do it real time with you. And, I'd like to work with Tommy real time, talking with him and seeing what he's about. He seems more investor oriented than trading, but cool. It would make cool, and that it doesn't look like ever other guy out there trying to make a buck off of views, since trading has kind of blown up on YouTube. Yeah. I mean, I know all these chats are like 2 conversations ago. Well, my viewer retention wouldn't be higher, but my new viewer attraction would be higher if my thumbnail represented that I knew what I was doing. But I mean, what does that look like? You know what I'm saying? I mean, you want a picture of a dude in a shirt and tie behind some charts and shit like that. I mean, really, that's not a trader. You know what I'm saying? That's a marketing tool. I mean, if you're looking for the ultimate professional guy. I mean, you could tell by the manner in which I speak or behave that, that's not the real trader. I am the real trader. Yeah, and hey, you know what? A real trader loves them. I'll tell you what, the real traders click on those boobs. The real traders that clicked on the boobs that know what they're talking about, listen to me and then come back and visit me again. The guys that don't stick around are just the guys who are looking for the boobs. They're not the real traders. And as a real trader, when I see a guy in a camel-colored blazer with a tie sitting in front of some charts, all I'm thinking is this motherfucker's an accountant. Yeah, I mean, this guy's not making money. You know what I mean? I mean, that's not the style. Yeah, or yeah, I mean, that's not the guy I'm looking for. That's not the guy I would hire. Yeah, the guy I would hire has a professional look to him, but an edge, and a wild side, but he knows how to control it. And that's the moneymaker. Spidey cool. Elaborate on what you totally agree with. What does that look like is the question. Yeah, what does that look like? So really, I mean, I might be wrong, but I think that just getting people to the page and having them hear what's going on and see what's going on is going to get their attention. I put out this one thumbnail that YouTube ended up taking down. And they said it was like inappropriate or what have you. I had like 150 views in less than an hour, just on that thumbnail, just by putting that shit out. In less than an hour, bang, 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 150 new views. And I picked up a shitload of subscribers, right off of that. A lot of people said, oh, we didn't realize this was going on. And I get these emails all the time. So I get these emails. Yeah, I see that double tap on the 1 minute. I mean, it keeps doing that though, And then I mean, we could put a trend line here if it makes a pivot, and then it'll probably break it and grind back. But I mean, here's the day, right? Here's the day. We're just grinding inside this low and this high. And I mean, it's not an expanding market until it breaks the high. And then if it breaks the high, now it's just going to be a grind up to this 57. So, I mean, this whole morning we just spent chopping around. I mean, we made a few shtickies in the beginning, but I realized quite soon that it was a trending day, Yeah, I guess you're looking at this trend line right here, but I mean, that's a big old evil Knievel across these pivots. That's not a trend line that I put in. I would just play the break of this high. So you know, you could see the uptrend, right? Here's a higher low. So we have this low, we have this high, we have a higher low, we have a higher high. That's the uptrend. The momentum is really not that supportive of it, and now I would play the break of this high. Well, not that I'm going to because the market's too choppy, but that's the setup I would look for. So pivot back and a break of the high, or break right through the high to continue the trend. But it looks like it's consolidating, putting in that double top, getting rejected. So I keep hitting the wrong keyboard. So that's my resistance right there. And it's not even defined yet. I mean, this has got to reject, and then that's a good resistance to look for a break. And it looks like it's going to poke through. It's just too erratic, man. I mean, today, yeah, I mean, at this point, I'm just sitting on my hands. Maybe we'll get some energy into the afternoon. There's a break of the high right now. And you have to figure, if you look back, you have all this congestion. So you're not really going to get a crazy run. You're going to get 40, you're going to have congestion right here. You're going to have congestion right here. A little resistance, little resistance. I don't need that shit. Look, we popped through and we're turning around right away, which is not what you want to see on a breakout. You're awesome. Agree with Anthony comment about building community. That it's going to take. That it will be awesome if I build a trading community. I want to short the double top if it fails. Yeah, well, okay, so you have a tombstone right here. You could take the short, very aggressive. Take the short of that tombstone, based on the break of that low. But really, you would have to consider that double top failing if it makes a new low. So this would be your conservative entry, and this would be your aggressive entry. Yeah, there's low volume. Oh, look at that. It's pushing up again a little more. So now it's going to probably grind its way up to here. So, yeah, I mean, there's not a lot of momentum. This is a vacation week, and you got the non-farm on Friday. So, yeah, I figured last week and this week we're just going to be consolidating weeks, and Powell came in and, beat the market over the head a little bit. Possibly. I'm listening to them interview an analyst, and they said, "Are you interested in trimming positions here?" She's like, "Possibly." Yeah, possibly, or maybe I'll buy. Chop around. See, that's the one thing I got to agree with her with. Look, I'm going to reduce that. I don't want to be distracted by that. But yeah, I'd like to see a choppy market for the next year, and we'll work on some income trades to make money. I lost my razor blade that I used to pick my fingernails. Yeah, thanks for sharing. See, we're putting in another tombstone on the 1 minute. And at this point, we're looking slightly over extended on the 5 minute. 40.57. That closes the gap. Yeah, we just grind it around, man. There's no logic to this market. Oh, and look at that. It's 12:04. All right. So, hey, listen, everybody, subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. I had a good time. Tomorrow, expect a morning meeting video going out, and I try to get that out before 7. And then I'm streaming again tomorrow at 9 o'clock. So be here at 9 o'clock. We could talk about the morning setups and which way we think the market will go. Subscribe, hit the bell, hit the like. I appreciate everybody chatting with me and interacting and helping me have content. If you have any questions or want me to look at shit, feel free. As long as we're not tied up in a trade, I'm happy to do that. And spread the word, man. Help me build a community. So everybody have a good afternoon.